Welcome to Cat Energy Work. I am Theresa. I am Cat, so I will respond to either, but as long as you pronounce Theresa correctly. It's been a long time since I made a video for my channel, but what I want to do is kind of read to you what's in my website, as of this video, sort of a new website, CATtheMinion.com. I want to read to you a little bit of excerpts from my philosophy that I've posted. So, the blue light is a lot from this. Just when I thought I wouldn't look weird on the camera. Hi! Okay, so I've made several different iterations of shop sites, media platform websites, and each time I've tried to rewrite my narrative as I go. So the ultimate end isn't that I'm shifting in a soup trying to figure out a new persona for each venue. It's that I'm finally at a point where I can clarify what I'm doing. So, public schooling and early adulting didn't sit well with my neurodivergent brain, like autism and probably ADHD. So I think some of my burnout that I've had a few times in my life had a lot to do with detaching from the supernatural side of life, right? I'm just like stuck in the meat space. I'm like cut off at the knees from like the right brain, interdimensional kind of shit. So in order not to take myself so seriously, I turned to tarot. And me trying to like function in burnout, I thought I could solve my problems, with the tarot, and it would be easy to make money until I got customers for my art, because that's like my main thing. I'm a degreed artist. I've got shit all over in the back there that I made. The one, if I could do my head right, this one is a family photograph, but the other stuff is art that I've made. Okay, so idea, do tarot, make cash, survive until I get customers for the art. Neither of those things is entirely true, though. I got bitch slapped by the universe quite a bit. But doing tarot, learning tarot, helped me judge my intuition less, which is really important if you've been cut off from your spirituality and your practicality is constantly second guessing what you are getting basically for downloads or whatever. So, end result, I've realized that any material things, you got cards, charms, incense, candles, whatever, scents, they're there as a security blanket for what we can already do on our own. Right? I want the training wheels. I don't want to do intuition without a net, because if the tarot cards don't flip over and confirm the, images I'm getting in my head, then I'm going to feel like I'm making everything up. And then I feel insecure and I don't trust myself and I mess up my life because I wasn't listening to myself. Right? The gut instincts are there for a reason. We have all these neurons in our digestive tract. So those material things, the cards, the charms, whatever, they're not magic. We are magic. So we just have to look at our problems from another perspective to solve them, and that's what that stuff helps with, is, looking at it from another point of view, because you're stuck in your own head and you're up your own ass and all that. So, getting back to the artwork, artwork is manifestation. It's the very essence of pulling your thought forms into the 3D. Right? I gotta manifest, I gotta, I see the vision and now I need to make it reality. That's what artwork is, on a very basic level. So any artist can tell you, hello, they hate it when they just spent 40 hours and it doesn't look like it did in their head. It's only a tribute to the greatest and best song in the world. Although that reference is falling kind of flat after the whole destruction of 10D over the last week, but we're just going to pretend because the song is still good. So every artist, including them, is trying to express an image, a feeling, or a concept when they create something, right? I'm trying to tell you what I think, I'm trying to tell you what I feel, I'm trying to explain to you some kind of abstract concept, or whatever, you know. I want to tell you what it looks like in this story that somebody wrote and put it in a book called, you know, the Bible, if you're looking at most of the art from the 1400s. Or I want to tell you what it looks like in this story when I draw a Disney cartoon that's an hour and a half long for 3 years. You know, that kind of stuff. So, the image, concept, whatever, when they create something. But then, anyone that experiences that art can either connect to that particular message, or more often they find their own interpretation of meaning. Right? So you can listen to a song and you have no idea maybe what the writer or artist had in mind when they wrote it. Like when you find out that Sexy Sadie by the Beatles is really about the Maharishi, who is, you know, horning after women. So you could say like, oh, this is a song about some slutty chick. And no, it's about some slutty guru who is not practicing what he preached necessarily. So that's an example of that. So we don't really know what Leonardo da Vinci thought in particular while taking, you know, 10 or whatever years to paint the Mona Lisa. But we, as a, you know, global society, for a long time seemed to be eternally captivated by the little, you know, small masterpiece. And, you know, divination is very similar. So it's like an equation that is, divination is like an equation that's the same as making art, but it's sort of in reverse or the other side of the coin. So I'm solving for a variable, like a math problem, but it's like I'm solving for, like, where is your job, or where is your cat, or where is your love interest, or what is your life purpose, instead of, you know, how am I going to make this idea fit on a paper with a pile of chalk. So, like, the way to sort of differentiate this is to say that the art says this is brown cow, and the tarot says, how now, brown cow? Right? There's a little bit more explanation. It's sort of it's like the art is the production, and then the tarot and the divination is the stagecraft. So you're sort of explaining something a little differently. You're getting a template. You're getting the like stage notes or whatever, and then the art itself comes in and is the makeup and costuming, you know, if that makes sense. So, all that being said, energy work, which is, you know, when I started I said, welcome to Cat Energy Work. It's to make change to the flow of information, to put effort into changing something within. And I have a whole video, where did I put it? In my Energy Reports playlist. It's like a half an hour long where I'm talking about what is energy work, and I spent forever on it, and it could be better, but I tried. You know. So one of the goals to being incarnate is you make your thought forms manifest in the 3D, like I mentioned this a few minutes ago. So when we bring intention to what we create, it's not that we're exerting control, but it's like we're in alignment with both meat space reality and the non-corporeal dimensionality, which is, you know, the spirit world. So and I talk about that in my energy report, but you can see, you know, in the tarot that I'm reading, this is kind of what I'm trying to do. So, but in general, energy work can be as simple as cleaning a room. You could give yourself a makeover, you could wear crystals, patches, t-shirts, stickers, certain shapes or colors, change what you're eating or drinking. You can go to couples therapy, you could be meditating on your inner child. All those kinds of things are energy work, right? I'm changing my vibes. And it looks different for everyone. It has a lot to do, for me, it has a lot to do with material expression. And you see that because I'm a visual artist. And this is why I'm offering my work to others. Maybe not the exact pieces back here on the wall, because those are mine, but, a little bit of selfishness there, boundaries. I need it for me, for my energy. But I'm offering my artwork to others. It's not useful for me to create compulsively if it doesn't do anything, right? If something that I'm making can help people to help themselves, that ends up being worth the frustration of the drawing not coming out exactly how I want it, right? So I'm trying to, explain to people what it's like to fight off like a vampiric energy suction by sending my energy to the person who's having the life taken out of them. And I draw a picture, and it's not exactly how I want it to be. But once I fix the part that's off the page, then I'm going to have it as a poster or a canvas or, a sweatshirt or something on my website. And in that way, the sort of basic gist of the concept can be sort of imparted to whoever is seeing it. And it's not just, sitting in a box somewhere or at one person's house that I mailed it to. It's, 100 people or 1,000 people can sort of see the image and think about it and be like, what's going on here? Maybe I should read more about, energy competition between people. And then they'll get into it and they'll sort of understand it and figure out how to do boundaries and stuff for themselves, and how they can regulate their own vitality. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. This is what I'm all about. This is sort of like the most coherent I think I've been in sort of describing what my channel does. I've been kind of sloping down for about a year in terms of content. I've been trying to redo my business about 3 or 4 times, and I think I finally got it to a point where it's manageable. I don't know if I want to do card of the day again. It's really time consuming. I'm going to try to do like a weekly situation, just so that there's sort of like a, helps me keep tabs on what kind of energy is flowing, so I'll pay attention to that a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to sign off. This is long and rambly. It's an introduction to me, to what I'm doing, and to what I think. Alright? So, take it easy, stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.